MODELMIND72. This is my October top 10 Chevy Cheeseburger entry. This is the 1957 Chevrolet Rat Rod Pro Stock chicken grease. Now, there's way too much going on in this car for me to go over everything, but in the video time frame that I'm filming, I'm just gonna hit what I can hit. I would suggest any judge to go to the Behind the Styrene episode if you want to get even more in depth into this build and everything that's going on. But in the time that I have for this short video, I'll try to hit on everything that I can put in. So good luck to everybody that is going to be entering in for October, and this is Modelmind72 entering in the Chevy Cheeseburger top 10 October deal. So good luck to everybody. What we tried to do with the face here is, you know, create a face. And I call it the screaming chicken face. Really good classic rake stance here. Just going around the car here. I guess one of the first things we want to talk about is the finish. The finish on this piece is a heavily weathered piece. It's a rat rod. It's a rat rod motif over a 57 Chevy palette. Exactly in a nutshell. Natural. We left the body out in the rain. First, let's go back to the paint. Okay, so originally the body was painted yellow, and then we painted the inserts black, and we also hand painted all of the trim around the car. All the trim was painted. If you go back to the salting videos, you can see what the car originally looked like in those videos of salting techniques, where we added a bunch of different materials to the body. And during our desalting, this effect that you see all over the car is what we came up with, and it's just a beautiful effect. I highly recommend the salting. After we painted it, then we salted it to our specifications. We went back and we did the desalting, and then we did more painting of the panels, and then we actually did dry brushing techniques, where we actually overlaid and emphasized certain rust areas and whatnot throughout the piece. The dash was salted as well. When we get the body off, you can kind of see that a lot better. So basically, that's kind of the finish we wanted. We wanted a rat rod 57 Chevy, basically. And let's get into these custom panels here, because I know these are going to be one of the main features of this particular car. So basically what we designed was reverse Lamborghini hinges. Go along here. Each one takes, you know, a moment to set up, but you can clearly see the visual effect when you open this piece up. You can kind of start understanding what we were going for. Decides to float for us. What you can see, it's floating pretty nice. So you have a scratch built horseshoe floating hinge for the trunk. And I mean, theoretically you should be able to kind of maneuver it any way you want. In here on these spark plug wires of the distributor. See if I can get focused here. You know, we got the spark plug wires. Took the headers from the drag racing kit, the AMT drag racing kit. Like I say, a lot of scratch built parts on here, a lot of parts box add-ons. Just electric coil, electric ignition. We went with a naked styrene roll cage, just because right there you can see the steering wheel, which you can put on, take on and off. We have the all the gear levers up in there with the transmission for the Linko transmission. We got 2 bottles of NOS in here, fully plumbed. Electronics, wires, everything. Alright guys, we have a scratch built gas pod, fully plumbed with fuel lines. We have the battery fully wired up, connected in sequence wiring. Got some pads up here on the roll bars. A lot of detail here in the dash. We'll flip it over and check out the underside of it. That window, that steering wheel is probably going to pop out. But anyway, basically under here we got, you know, race car. Got a scratch built drive shaft, custom cut for this particular rear end. This rear end right here is actually scratch built rear end. It's not the Camaro end that came in the kit. It's actually a scratch built rear end with the scratch built wheelie bar setup. And just to get my custom height that I wanted, I went ahead and built it, scratch built it. I got the Lenco transmission painted. The block, we went with a blue on the block. Radiator setup, whatnot. So under there, it's strictly business, all pure race car. So anybody seeing this car for the first time, I'm sure that it's a whole lot of eye candy. So there you have it, guys. Chicken grease, rat rod, pro stock, 1957 Chevy Bel Air.